Yeah, right. Today we'll discuss test case design. Okay, what is test case design and how to use test case design and what are the uses of test case design? Today we discuss. Okay, and let me share my screen. Is my screen is visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I discussed yesterday. Yeah, these are the ribbon, all the things right. Everyone should noted. I hope everyone should noted all the things what we discussed yesterday session, right? Yeah, today also please noted the test case design is very important for all of us to know, right? Now going to test case design, here we have to maintain the data, right? Uh, Actually, normally we are creating the test cases and we have to put the data in the test cases like whatever you take username, password, and anything, any value, any data we have to put the data in test cases annually, right? Here comes to test case design. We have to maintain the data separately without using any test cases, right? We have to maintain data separately. It is used to like we can know that where the error we have to easily find out the error and we can easily find out the risk, right? It decreases the risk in this Tosca and this automation testing. Okay, first of all, we have to know how to generate values in this test case design, right? First of all, we have to wait. I will check out this tree. Then only I got access, and here you can see that folder, right? Right. If you click on this folder, you can create another one.
Rashikar,
Yeah,
1 second. So, team, actually, after completion of all the sessions, like it will take 5 to 7 sessions based on the time availability. So, after having the sessions, we everyone should give reverse KT. Okay, so make a note of things because few are not listening. Okay, make a note of that. I'll be asking reverse KT. I'll give any topic to anyone. Okay. Please carry on, Rashikar.
yeah, okay. Here you can see the folder, right? Under this folder, we are creating already the creating test sheet is there, created test sheet is there, right? And you can create again test sheet, right? You can set it as basic template. Okay. Here, leave this test sheet. Okay. We have to do the work in basic test template in this session. Right under the test case design folder, we created the name of basic template test sheet is created, right? Right under the this in this test sheet, we have to put the data here by using some attributes, right? And again, you can click this test sheet, right click on this thing. You can see the
Sorry
options.
to
This is,
interrupt, Rashikar.
yeah,
You are telling the test case design, all right?
yes.
First, if you can explain the unique identified things, means it will be more better to all.
Sorry, I'm not getting.
Identified.
No, actually, I'm in this session.
Uh,
Yeah, what I'm telling is
because it is the
how to
starting level,
maintain
no?
the separate data.
Yeah, of course.
Later on, we will discuss it. Okay.
Okay, okay, right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here, yeah, you can after clicking right clicking on this test sheet, you can see these things, and you have to go with that attribute. You can see the red square box icon here. This is the create attribute, and this is the instances, right? You can click this one, and it will be generated like this, right? You can set it as a name and create some more attributes like email, and password, right? We created three attributes here, right? And for every attribute, we have to create instances, right? Instances, you can give that we have to set some valid and invalid values here. Valid, invalid, right? In password also we have to give some more instances like valid password and invalid password, right? If some, okay, I will add one more attribute like repeat password. Okay. Here also every attribute, under the every attribute we have to create instances. Like this, right? Here you can see the test sheet and attributes. Under the attributes, you can see the instances, right? Here, after creating all these things, we have to set up something like this. You can see the way, and you can see some more thing like some other options. You have to expand it. You have to click here, and you have to close these things. You have to click these things. Okay, you have to know all those things for basic purpose, and you can see how to give the valid and how to not give the valid values in there. And one more thing here, there is a some like some combinations is there to generate instances, right? There is a, before showing that I will explain you. One is all combinations and second one is orthogonal. And please note these things. How to generate instances, the question, and the answers is there is an four things are there: all combinations and orthogonal, pairwise, and linear expansions, right? Comes to all combinations, it multiply every instances, right? Here in in this last three attributes, there is a two instances is there, right? Two instances is there. Two two two. 2 into 2 into 2. It will generate 8 combinations. If you go to the all combinations, right, for generating the instances, it gives 8 combinations, right? And comes to orthogonal, it will give only the original pairs. It will not give any repeated things, repeated combinations, right? Orthogonal gives only unique combinations only. And come to pairwise, in the name you can identify that thing. It will only generate pairwise. If the thing is pair, if the here you can see the valid and invalid. It can gives like valid, invalid, invalid, valid, like this only it will generate, right? And comes to linear expression, it only if you generate a linear expression, you have to give the straight through value. It is the mandatory, it is the necessary to generate. If you not given straight through to particular value, it will not generate, right? It is here you can see, if you want to set that straight through, like straight through is like a happy way, like you have to repeat your straight through is set for repeated things, right? You have to set this thing to toggle, like valid is the straight through, and here you can see enter more thing to toggle, and you can enter right? Here you can see if when I am clicking on this toggle character, you can see the property will be changed in property plane, right? Here you can see the property view. Here the parameter is their character. Here the value is straight through, right? If you can change manually here, you can click here valid. It's done. It will be changes like this. I normal the symbol I is that valid icon, and if I put it here like invalid and click here, it will be cross symbol, right? If I set it to straight through, it generates like this symbol. Here you can do this way, and here in an alternative way is this, right? Right. If you generate instances by using these things, here you can see the all combinations, orthogonal, pairwise, and linear expansion, right? When we go to the long all combinations, you can see here. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here 2 into 2 into 2, right? 8. Here 8 combinations is generated. And if you want to maintain it separately, and you have to create some folder like all combinations, and you have to set different folders for each instance, right? So we're gonna here now go to this test sheet. The instances is created, right? And click this thing, copy it, and paste here. You can see the all combination generated data is available in all combination folder, right? You have to maintain the separate thing if it necessary, right? And go to the test sheet and you can remove it. Here you can see the after generating this, these are the instances, right? After clicking it, you can remove instances to go for another thing. Now it's normal and I can remove all the straight throughs. I have to maintain all the things. Wait, will set to invalid. Okay. Here now we can generate instance like orthogonal. Here only two are there, like valid, invalid, valid, invalid. The name is correct. Valid password and invalid password. Okay. There is a unique combinations is this, and we can as same as we can copy this thing and save here, right? And you can see the orthogonal test sheet there. And as same as we can remove here and can go to generate instances and go to the pairwise. You can see four there is a four combinations is appear here. Like pairwise, you can see the valid, valid, invalid, invalid, right? Valid, invalid, valid, invalid. Like it shows like pairwise, right? And if you want to enter the value in the name, here you can go to the right click and set the value in that thing. Go to the fill empty value and click on the specific and give the value like giving my name here, Rajasekhar. Okay. Here the name is Rajasekhar. Right. If it necessary, you have to give a name. Okay, and I copy this same thing and remove ones. And now go to that linear expansion. You can see some error message here. The linear expansions cannot be performed. A straight-through instance cannot be generated because the following business relevant structure element contain no straight-through instances. Here we cannot set up. We didn't set up any straight-through here. We can set. We set only valid or invalid only. There is no straight-through in these instances. So now we have to set straight-through. Now we will check what will happen. You can see that combinations is able the straight through these and valid these, invalid these, and valid passwords are there. You can see these combination. You can copy the same thing and paste it in respected folder. This is the test case design, right? One second, you have to know the properties also. For every combination, it will be the business relevance is changes. Here you can set up the business relevance as no result, right? If the the work state also, right? If it is planned, it is planned, and it is in work, can set it as in work, and it is in completed. You have to set it as completed. Based on that value, it will be changes, right? This is the test case design. Any doubts?
What will be the values for straight through?
Sorry, hello.
Yeah, what
Your
will be
voice
the
is very low.
what will be the values for straight through?
Here, the valid is the Tosca will check one thing. If the valid, if you take a two bars, like one bar, like a username, we have to set that correct email ID, right? Valid means savita@gmail.com is a valid thing, right? And with invalid is savita123@email.com. It is invalid. Comes to straight through, it will check both valid and it contains certain format. Like if you want to check that Gmail, it's like format is @gmail.com, right? It will check whether the value is certain format or not, and it is a true value or not. Straight through will check true and it is in certain format or not. Valid only check it is a certain value or not. Invalid is a false value.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else? Is my voice is audible, clear?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And can we switch to another concept? All right? Where to use requirements, right? If you want to like, if you have some more tasks, like you have to set up one by one. You have to know how many tasks are completed, how many tasks are remaining to do, right? Here, if you completed this thing, you have to copy it and paste all the things in one folder. Create can create one folder BCD. Like user data. I think after execution it will be done, right? I think after execution the task, it will be comes to that requirements thing. Only the test case sir, comes under this requirement. The use of requirement is only set up how to only know how many tasks are completed, how many are not completed. Only completed tasks are put in this requirement section only, right? We know modules, right? If you have any doubts in test case section or module section or test case design section or requirement section, please ask me, I will clarify. Every time you have to check out these trees to do the work. I completed this thing and I check update all, click on update on and check in all. Okay. You can see it is not accessible now, right? And comes to execution after yesterday we created one thing, right? Here you can set up this thing, and in execution, if you run the test case in the execution section, you have to create you have to drag that test case to the execution section, right? You want to give some, like before execution, we have to use something that is test mandate. I will show you that thing. Second, I will create. Here you can click this thing. If you drag this thing, don't know whether it is the success file or not. This is the file we have to run. If you run this thing and that by using the test mandate will avoid the overwrite of the test cases, right? If I run first time, it will generate one report, whether it is successful report or negative report, unsuccessful report. If I after modifying all the things in test case, it will run again. It will give another report, right? It will not overwrite. By using test mandate, you have to get some new report. If you run 500 times, it will generate 500 reports, right? If you want to download a 300 report at some other time, you have to go there and download the report and share to that your team leader, scrum master, client. Okay, this is the use of test mandate and this is the use of execution section only. And for issues, we didn't use there any issues because development team or not any other team will not use Tosca, right? That's why we didn't use. There is no integration happens with development team by using Tosca. Right, it is like Jira. If you want to set the priority level, there is a 1 to 4, right? You have to if the bug rises, it is a very crucial to set up that bug. The development team will set up the priority. It is whether 1 or 4. Only that testing team will give the severity here. You can set up the description of that bug error, and you have to set up the type of the bug, and you can mention the name, what the bug name, all the things, right? This is the thing which was happened in Jira test bug management tools like Jira, Elm, HP, all other things like Trello, all these things. This is the configuration. Some people don't know about this configuration. This is useful to integrate some other tools with this Tosca. We have to integrate to that test data management TDM. Like in TDM, we have to create repository, all these things, right? Before that, we can go to the test data services. Whatever this thing, we have to enter under this thing. Under this thing, you have to set up some integration things, comments are there, you have to set up there, and you have to integrate all the things. And for test planning, I don't know. Data integrity testing, I don't know. This is all about the test case design and execution section and requirement sections, right? And anything you want to know in this section under all these concepts?
Once
No?
again, the issue section.
Srikanth, your voice is not clear, Srikanth.
Issue section.
Issue section. Yeah, right. Issue section we didn't use because there is no interaction with other teams, right? If you set up all the things here, if you set up the issue like issue one, issue two, issue two, or any other things based on your requirements or your understanding, you have to create some issues here, and you have to set up the priority, severity, all these things, right? You have to know these things, only know to your only team, not for other teams. uh, Other teams will not see this your Tosca tool, right? They will not see your Tosca tool, and they will not see how many errors are there, all the things. There is a tab we usually use to go to the Jira or HPLM, all these things, or Trello, all these things, to check all the what are, how many bugs are there, how to do all the things, right? There is a bug management tool. uh, Comes right now, no one uses issues, I think. If anyone uses in your past experience, if anyone use issues section, please present it now. If anyone knows about this issue section, please explain here. Hello?
Yeah, I did not use it.
Yeah,
That's why
anyone
I'm
knows?
asking you.
Srikanth, your voice is not audible.
I did not use till now. That's why I'm asking
Okay.
you, have you used or
No,
not?
I'm not asking only to you. I'm asking
Okay, I got it that
rest
part.
of the people also. If anyone knows about the tissue section very deeply, or anyone uses in your past experience for past life, please let us know. Please let us explain it clearly. Okay, then I think no one use this thing, right? And here comes to module section. I
Surya,
will
are you aware
explain.
of it?
Yeah, who's this?
Surya, are you there?
Yes, I didn't work on that in my previous projects.
Okay. And Janaki Priya, you worked on it
No, I did
because
not
you
work
are
on
having
it.
3 years in Tosca, right? Anytime did you face any issue and work with other team?
No.
No,
Okay.
Max the Max there are no other anyone will not use in that issue section.
That is not necessary. That's the
Necessary
reason I
also.
ignored that section.
But you have raised you have asked me that anyone has been. That's right.
Yeah, right. Right. Okay. Okay, can I explain every module in a section? Major modules in a module section. Here we have, I need some collaboration here, some interaction here with you people. All right. In your past experiences, yeah, you know some more modules. Like if I know some out of 10, out of 100, I know like 30, 40 models I used in my past life. If you use 40 or 50, you can explain rest of the thing, what I don't know. Okay. Here all modules, no one use all modules, right? Some people use 10 or some people use 20 or some people use 30 based on that project, right? I know something, most of the people who use it 10 to 20 modules only. Today we will discuss that thing, okay? Yeah, I discussed there is a standard modules is there. By defaultly, we got these modules from Tosca, right? Task Commander. Here you can see there is a three folders is there. Segment wise, the Tosca team will divided, Tricentis team will divided the standard modules in three segments wise. There is the automation tool one and X engine one and data management tool one. For three segments, there is a separate specific way to do that work. Okay, the automation tool to do the automate the objective things automatically. They get the properties, all the things. This is the things, right? And T-box engine, it related to the some other engine things like some other logic. These modules, behind these modules, there is a so much logic is there. And comes to data management modules, it is used to manage the data in some other tools or some other uh, repositories or some other things. Okay, to configure and to integrate some other like Jira, CI/CD for DevOps integration, all these things. Okay. For basic window operations is there. Everyone use these things. If you want to take the screenshot of the particular bug or a particular window, you have to set up that T-box take screenshot that test case level. If you want to set up this here, you can see that here I want and go to the registration. I want to take the picture of Amazon registration window, right? Here under this thing, I have to set up the T box. After execution this thing, this test step, it will take this screenshot. Okay. I didn't use the clipboard. T-box and key I used it. T-box and key is that active. If you want, if you have a like, if you take it as a website, here that website one field is there like this thing. Like some field is there, that is the active field. Active field means it automatically it is an active. Like now the cursor is off and on, right? Here business type, the value that is the active. The rest of the thing is inactive. In some web application, there is the active fields are there. T-box and key, if you set up a value to the T-box and key, it automatically put that value into that active. Whatever fields are active field are there, it will directly put their value in that active fields. T-box and keys, it sends the keys in a active fields. Okay. T-box window operation, you have to operate the window. Like if you want to minimize or maximize or up or side down, you have to set up the window in that in your mission. You have to set up the window operation. You have to save that all the things is you use the T-box save as. I didn't use this thing, right? Please note what I don't tell you. If anyone knows the particular module, if I didn't tell you in this session, please at the end of the thing, end of my explanation, please tell me, right? I didn't use the T-box dialog. Here, the basic window operation, I use a T-box take screenshot and T-box and key and T-box window operations, right? And basic window operations is over and comes to buffer. Here, there is a 4 buffer. These all 4 buffers are static buffers. T-box name to buffer, you have to set that name of that buffer, right? And comes to the T-box delete buffer. If you want to delete the buffer, you have to use T-box delete buffer. Here, one thing you want to know, it is a necessary thing. If you have to set that value in a T-box delete buffer, then only you have to execute. If you want to execute T-box delete buffer with a empty value, it will delete all buffers in your workspace, right? Before using this T-box delete buffer, please make this point in your brain. Okay, without empty value, no one execute this tbox delete buffer. Okay. Tbox set buffer. If you want to set a buffer, if you want to create a buffer in your workspace for a reusable purpose, it will be useful. Tbox set buffer, it is used to create the buffer. Now, T-box partial buffer. T-box partial buffer means it can trim the value. If you want, if you have a description is there, 1 to 100 lines of description is there. In here, you can in this value, you have to set up the value. You have to put that para in that value, and you have to give that buffer name, and you can start that. If you start, my name is Rajasekhar, right? I given a value like here Rajasekhar. Right here, I start with 1 and end with 4. If you execute this tbox partial buffer, it will print only 4, like 1 to 4, RAJA. Only 4 alphabets will be generated, right? Instead of Rajasekhar, we give only 1 to 4, right? It will give only Raja, right? If you want to cut the value from last, right? Like you want to set a 6. If you want a 6, it will only generate a 6 values from the last, like Shaker, right? It will delay, it will not generate any Raja or anything else. From last onwards, it will be cutted. It comes, it will be calculated. And I forgot to tell you this tbox name to buffer. It will, if you run this buffer, it will give that test case name. If you run this buffer in a scratch book, it will be show the scratch book name, right? And buffers also over. And expression evaluation, I didn't choose this thing. If anyone knows, please let me know after this explanation. You can know the, here you can see the tbox image compare. You can like PDF compare, you can compare the images, right? You have to set that path of directory path of the image in this value, and first image and second image path you have to put there, and you can execute. It will compare and it will shows the difference between this thing, like actual image and targeted image. I didn't choose this file existence. Tbox file compare, it will same as image compare. It will compare two files, and it will show that where are the what are the changes in the target file. Tbox delete file, it will delete the file. It will tbox copy file, it will copy the file. You have to enter the source name and directory path in your mission, and that file name, all the things. You know all the things. This is the directory path. This is the directory path. Source name is this, right? Targeted file name is, you have to set that file name. You have to Microsoft Teams image, you have to set this file name, right? You have to overwrite it. Can you, like in a targeted file, there is a Rajasekhar file, is Rajasekhar resume is there. You have to overwrite it to Rajasekhar CV. Here you have to enter the new value, it will be calculated. It will be rename it, overwrite it. Tbox read or create file. It is used to read that particular file and create some other file. Same the values directory file. If you want to create anything, you have to put their text, all the things. Tbox append file. Append file, I didn't use this thing. These are the file operations. Folder operation, you know, the if you want to delete the folder, you can use the tbox delete, and if you want to copy the folder, you can use the tbox copy folder. Because why I'm saying all the things, why I'm explaining all the things is the main agenda is explanation is you have to know all the things. Yeah, some people don't know how to copy the folder. You can manually go there and you can copy that folder, right? We can automate without putting any manual efforts. We can do automation by using these automatic automation modules. Okay. Every basic module, every basic step is automated in Tosca, right? There is no manual efforts to use in this Tosca. Everything is there. numeric operations is there. T-box convert decimals. If you want to give us some input value, it will generate it in a converted values. I didn't use this thing also. I didn't use process. Yeah, I use process operation. T-box start program. If you want to start a program, like if you want to test some desktop application, if you want to open that calculator or any other desktop application, it will be used. And resource handling, if you want, there is a resource, right? There is some more documents to save. It will be deleted. Tbox delete resource. And I didn't use this Selenium. Start Selenium server and run Selenium scripts. If you migrate, it uses only when you're migrating the Selenium scripts into the Tosca. When you're using this migration purpose, it will be when you use migration, these modules will be used. I didn't use timings. Here, this is the synchronization thing. This is the T-box. Earlier, yesterday I told you T-box wait. It will wait. If you set up that value, like if you give 1,000 to this thing, it will wait till 1 second. It will set up a 10,000. It will wait 10 seconds. T-box wait. The wait on is different, right? That is the dynamic. T-box start timer and T-box stop timer. If you take a test case, if you set up here, like start before the open URL, you have to at first you have to set up that T-box start program, and at the after sign out, you have to at the end of the test case you have to set that T-box stop timer. These two will calculate the execution time of that test case. If you execute here some test case, it will these two modules will be calculated and it will give that particular time. If some projects, yeah, TLs will yeah ask me how much time it will be, how much time the test case takes to execute. You can set up these two things, and you can give say the time, and it will be calculated. It will be printed in report also. In report, if you download the report and execution from the execution section, it will be there. Tbox X engine, I didn't use this thing mostly. I use only OpenURL under Tbox X engine in HTML folder. I use Azure JavaScript and OpenURL and click on screen and close browser. These things I use only. Azure JavaScript means I think there is some code is there, indo.h3.-c, all these things. To like if you open this tab, there is a two, right? If you there is a in that value window.h3.-c and open bracket in -1, it will goes one step back, right? If you -2, it will goes two steps back. +1, if you give +1, it will goes one step forward, right? Azure JavaScript is useful for that thing. Okay, OpenURL, all you know, OpenURL. If you put their URL in this URL tab, it will open that URL, respected URL. Click on screen. If you want to click some screen, you have to click close browser. If you want to close the browser after completing the test cases, it will. It is the close browser is the only thing to use. Okay, this is the HTML for the files. And if you want to open the file, open file is useful, and you have to save content on the in the file. The save content to the file is there. Very basic manual things also created automation modules, right? Right. Can't use this thing. Yeah, here you can see if anyone yeah worked on mails. Yeah, people aware of these modules. In our client interviews also, the interviewers ask these modules uses. If you want to test a mobile application, these modules will be used, right? If you want to SAP application, these modules will be used. Didn't work on SAP and mobile. I don't know these things, and I don't know Excel. If you want to work on Excel sheet, if you want to open Excel, you can open T-box open Excel workbook and T-box close. If you want to close the Excel workbook, you want to use this thing, define, create, as usual, run Excel, Excel region manipulation, calculation, these things. And if you want to work on PDF, 1:1 compare. It's target reference file and target file. You place that target reference file directory and place the target file directory. Both will be compared. It will give the accuracy. It's 99.99%. It will give the accuracy. I don't know this thing. Host T-box host and I don't know this thing. Comes to these T-box X engine. I know these are these modules only. Test data management. There is a we didn't use the test data management legacy. Under this test data services, we use this thing, test data, find and provide, and create and provide. Actually, there is a TDM is there. I will explain what is the TDM and how to create a repository, how to put the data in repository, how to update the data, how to modify the data, and how to delete the data, and how to find and delete the data, how to paste the multiple data in a one-time execution. I will tell all the things in later sessions. Okay. These are the modules I will explain at that time only. Yeah, this is all about today's session. And if you want to know anything else, please let me know. Hello. Everyone doing meditation, I think.
No.
Sleeping.
No, maybe when we'll start working on those modules individually, we'll get to have,
Yeah.
we'll get some new
Yeah.
doubts.
Until and unless we'll get hands on it, we don't get
Yeah,
somewhat
yeah.
ideas on that.
When I explain the TDM, yeah, it will be uses, right? You automatically get that points, way to use this module and how to use this module. Automatically you get. There is no need to explain these modules.
Yeah, it's everything goes good, but until and unless you'll go to some application, no, then we can understand how it will works.
Yeah,
So
right.
please start using it after the session. Like you are always like everyone are free, right? Whole day. Please start using those in the session today. What he said. So start practicing those things. Then only you'll get to know.
Okay. And one more thing is, don't take knowledge from my side. Okay, share your knowledge also. I need your knowledge also. Please share your knowledge. If you know anything in this Tosca, please share your knowledge. If you know any module, please explain it. If you know anything else in this from this step, please explain it in test case or any other things. Please explain it right now. I'm also waiting for new things because everyone, yeah, some people are worked on web application, right? And in last companies, right, past companies, some are in desktop, some are in mobile application, some are in Excel, right? Different people worked on different projects. Then only they know the different modules they use, right? Different scenarios they use it, right? Different things they get. That that knowledge I need. If you know anything, please explain here. Everyone should know all the things, right?
I am very new to Tasker Ashikar.
I
That's the
know,
reason I
Harita.
am not explaining anything and rest can speak.
I'm asking. Yeah, rest
Yeah,
of the
so
people.
also, yeah, they can speak. But I can tell about the expressions which you told that you don't know about that. But just I don't have experience on that. Just I can explain about the expressions which you told on modules, on test
Please go
management
ahead,
tools.
Jagadish.
Can I open? Can I open which
Yeah,
expressions?
first one, automation tools.
Automation tools. Okay.
Yeah, in that go for expressions.
Okay.
The expression evaluation is nothing but like you're comparing two things like just I had the definition like you're comparing two values, one equal to one, or Jagdish equal to Jagdish, or Rajasekhar equal to Rajasekhar. So for that
Okay.
expressions, we are using this test case, this module.
Okay then.
Yeah,
Only
that's the
this
thing.
thing. Okay, expression. Okay, they will compare. It
Expressions.
will
So
compare the expression.
comparing the expressions like something equal to something, like one equal to one or two equal to two. That's the thing. Yeah,
Okay
just
then. Okay, anyone? Thank you, Jagdish.
yeah. Thank you.
Anyone?
And in a test sheet, whatever I create for myself, the test sheet, all the data and all, can anybody like everyone can use it simultaneously, or like maybe when they want to use?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can. I think I'll answer this question. If please let me know if if I'm right or wrong. So
Okay.
Savita, the projects are two, like the workspace is two types, right? Either we create ourselves, like only we can use, or we can like whole team can access that workspace. If you have created workspace in such a manner where team members can use, then I think they can access your whatever code you have written. Am I right?
Yeah, single user repository and multi-user repository.
Yes. Did I answer
Yeah,
correctly?
it's right.
Okay.
Okay.
So how did you create it, Savita?
Actually, for me, there is no access, right? I have created like for single user only.
Okay, okay. If it is multi-user, then you can share that one so others can see all the things what you have shared. Okay.
I think
Oh.
multi-user is a license version.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
paid version. That's it.
Okay. Anything else? The times comes very. There is a remaining 2 minutes. Is there? Can we end up this session?
Surya, you can have anything to speak.
No, not really.
Surya, I heard that you are good at Tosca. You need to come up saying some topics. You need to come up in explaining team members whatever knowledge you have, right?
Yeah,
You'll just
sure.
explain to Jagadish, Shiva, and Tirupati only. You'll not explain to others.
Sure, I'll do that whenever I get a chance.
Yeah. If any topics like Rashikar maybe missed or something, you can say, okay, this topic still we have, I can explain that one. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So no, if no doubts, we can wind up this session. We'll meet tomorrow.
Okay, Harita. Bye all.
Yeah, thank
Have a
Thank
you.
you.
good day.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you. Bye.
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 Thank you, Rajasekhar.
Thank you. Yeah, bye.